Hey Clashes, it took Supercell 5 years to release a new game, but Squad Busters is finally here and it just launched into soft launch with then going global on the 29th May, so just around the corner. I thought let's take a look at the game, how it works, and obviously what my opinion about the game is. So let's start things off with the game is combining all of the different Supercell universe. You can collect and play with characters from Clash, Brawl Stars, Heyday or Boom Beats for example. You can actually collect more and more of them and upgrade your characters to make them stronger in the matches. But talking about progression, I think we can get some progression as well in Clash, for example, when you pre-register and we hit certain milestones. For that, we can then unlock rewards to make sure that we can get some nice things for free, like the resource potion. If we get to a certain milestone, we can even unlock the Squad Busters King skin, which looks super cool, by the way. But let's take a look at how exactly the game works. Well, first off, you're starting on a really big map with overall 10 people, which means 9 other people and you as well, which makes it 10 players on one map. In this map, you are going to collect gold to increase the size of your squad. You can then get the gold, unlock chests, and make sure that your squad is growing in size and in strength so you can fight versus other squads. Because overall the goal is first off staying alive, and the second goal, and that's determining the winner, is who is having the most gems at the end of the round. Each round takes more than 3 minutes to make sure that you have enough time to build up your squad and, well, you can just get enough strength. There's obviously different approaches to this, where you can, for example, go for PvP, which means you're hunting down other players, but as well you can go for, well, monsters which are staying around like goblins, baby dragons, bowlers, all of those different characters from the Supercell universe. You can then take them down for gold, for gems, to make sure that you're increasing again the power of your squad, to make sure that you have a better chance in the end game to really stay alive. In this round, for example, I am going for as much power in PvP as possible. I want to hunt down other players, which can sometimes backfire, but it's the most fun to play in my opinion. So overall, I'm going for strong characters like B, for example. I'm trying to go for those different characters, but there's one really important mechanic, which is pretty much the key mechanic in this game in my opinion, which is the fusion mechanic. As soon as you have three same characters within your squad, they're going to get turned into a fusion. What this does is they're getting then combined into one big troop, which is stronger than the others. But this is doing multiple things, because as you might have noticed, as I'm like increasing the size of my squad, unlocking chests gets more and more expensive. This is related to how big your squad overall is. If you have, for example, just one character in your squad, it's just 3 gold for one chest. If you have 10 or something, it's going all the way up to 50 and more gold, which you have to then spend to actually unlock a chest. Which means those fusions, let's say you have 3 bows together, getting turned into one big bow is way better, because this means you have less characters in your squad, which means chests overall are way cheaper for you then to unlock. Busting other players, for example, are unlocking and giving you keys to make sure that the next chest then is free, and this gives you another reason to then play versus other players more often and search for those encounters. And to be honest, it's way more fun in my opinion as well. But hey, that's the cool thing as well. There's different approaches on how you can play the game, but we're getting into in just a second. Because right now I'm trying to build up my squad, getting another fusion in, and we're getting stronger and stronger. My favorite character has to be the Archer Queen. She is super strong, like literally one of the strongest busters in the entire game. And I mean, it's from Clash, right? Like, I'm coming from the Clash direction as well, so I really want to make sure that I'm playing those Clash characters as well. So right now we're hunting down players, trying to get those gems and everything, and that's exactly what we're doing. As well, you can see this blue like boot, I guess, on the bottom right side. This is like sprint burst, where you can try to activate it to get your troops a speed boost, to make sure that you can hunt down other players. But remember, they have the speed boost as well, so sometimes it's really not worth it to chase other players, because even though they might just have one character left in their squad, you cannot catch up and you're going to lose the entire round just because of that. I'm saying that because it happened already a couple of times to me. Like, just being too greedy to get that one bust, losing you the entire round. For us on this one, we are just ahead way too far and we're going to easily win this, which means a nice round overall for us. But as I already told you, there's different approaches on how you can play the game, what I think is really cool. Whenever you can play a game in different ways, in different fashions, I think that's always a success of the game, because I feel like humans are different, right? Like everyone enjoys different things, so this is why I think it's really nice to have different approaches. On this one, for example, we're going to pick Greg. Greg is a character which is actually taking down those trees. No other character can do that, which means from those trees we're unlocking gold, we're unlocking gems already, and I'm going more the PvE route in this round. Which means we're going with the goblins, which is just giving us gold when we select them. And we're going with Greg, which means, well, we have the option of taking down those trees to generate our gold and generate our gems. So we never really want to fight. This is at least the idea. So we're trying to get as many of those characters. We're getting the fusion of the goblin, which is perfect, so we're getting even more gold. And you can see already, we're slowly increasing our squad. Till then, in the end, we're in the middle of the pack, really trying to protect that gem mine. Not because we're really powerful in strength, but it's more about that we have added some characters which are giving us movement speed, like for example the Hog Rider, Max, and so on, to make sure that we can just like be annoying, jump around the bigger squads and try to pick up gems from here and there, and sometimes it's even going to be then enough for the first place. Overall, you already might sound that out of my explanations, I think the game is quite nice, but there is some downsides as well, which I think right now are kind of crucial, and I'm really looking forward to then hopefully they're getting reworked, changed, or whatever. Let's take things back to back. First off, randomness. I'm coming with an, I guess, competitive background where I'm always trying to like improve myself when it comes down to playing games, get better at games and everything. And well, in this game, a lot of randomness is a huge factor, because sometimes with how important fusions are, you just don't get those fusions in the beginning. And if you don't get the fusions in the beginning and your squad is increasing in size but not in power, those jets are getting more and more expensive. Like let's say you have 2 barbarians, 2 hog riders, 2 chellies, 2 bows, whatever. This is not a good start for you into a match whatsoever, because that's not how it works. Another thing are those consumables, which are keys. You can actually buy them for gold, which is something good because everyone can unlock gold. But to be honest, at some point, a free-to-play player is running out of gold, right? Like they do not have endless amount of gold, so you kind of have to pay gems or anything for it to actually get gold to actually buy those consumables. Because the power of this is, in my opinion, completely unbalanced, broken, and it makes the game is so good, but then this thing is in there, which makes it so weird to me. I will give my thought why I think it's in the game, but first let me explain what it is. Those keys are doing different things. For example, the next chest you're going to open is for free, and you're going to get only mythics out of it and stuff like that. This is, for example, what a key does. But the most broken key, in my opinion, is that the next chest is for free, and you're getting an instant fusion. That's right. This will be the same as opening 3 other chests in one chest, which you can open for free. Which is... I don't get it. It's just broken. It's just think about this. You're doing an attack in Clash of Clans. You see that you fail, and you just use a consumable, and you get like instant 30 housing space on top. Why? Why is that even a thing? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So, we have just used it, and this poor little guy has no chance whatsoever. We're going to bust him because we just used this like consumable. It is so unfair. I don't like. Now my speculation why it's in the game. I feel like Supercell said, well, the game is great, it's awesome, fun to play, everything, which I totally agree, but they needed some way of like maybe making money, I don't know, because one thing which a lot of other games are using is like skins, right? Like Brawl Stars does it, other big games are doing it. Like skins are such a big revenue nowadays for companies, because there's always those crazy persons out there which need to buy out of the skins. Hey, I'm one of them, okay? Pretty much every game I'm playing, like Clash or privately Dead by Daylight or things like that, I have to buy all skins. That's like, I know it's stupid, but hey, that's how it is. I cannot change it. But there's many people like me out there who need to buy those skins, and which is a huge revenue. So I'm really hoping that they're going into that skin direction and somehow removing or reworking or whatever with those consumables. But as they are in the game, this to me is like... I don't know, it does not feel right. Like when someone is just getting those consumables in, using them, getting chests for free, crazy upgrades to your squad, and it just feels weird, do you know what I mean? So first off the randomness, and then the consumables. I feel like this right now are my biggest concerns about the game. Otherwise, I would say it's a lot of fun. As I said, it's really nice to play, and it's a lot of, I think, different ways on how you can play it, which I think is really key to a successful game. So I can completely understand why it's going global, but I really hope that they're going for the future then with like different, it's only speculation, okay, on my side, but like different sources of income then, I guess. But whatever it's going to be, I kind of like trust in the process there, because I think that the core of the gameplay is quite nice and really enjoyable to play and to watch. If you, by the way, want to watch some more content of Squad Busters, and if you can like talk German as well, like I can really recommend you iTzu, who is like doing a lot of Squad Busters. He's like pretty much streaming non-stop that game, really grinding a lot, because I will just maybe play it privately a little bit. I won't grind it like crazily or anything like that. I would just play like the other Clash games, or like the other Supercell games, like Raw Stars, Clash Royale, whatever. I have on all of those games obviously accounts and play it from time to time. But I won't do content around it. I would just stick to Clash at the moment, and that's kind of my plan for the future when it comes down to that. So if you want to watch some Squad Buster content, I can really recommend you the iTzu channel, which is linked down below in the description. And obviously, if you want to play the game already, you can do that as well. There's many tutorials on the internet on how you can play the game already with VPN and stuff. And otherwise, you can just wait until the 29th May to make sure that it's then global and playable for everyone. Looking forward to see what you think about the game. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next Clash video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.